Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shauna from Created and Made, and today I'm going to show you guys how I took one 49-cent tool that I found in the clearance bin and used it to make all of these diverse yet still beautiful prints on my gel plate. Fun stuff ahead. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the tool that I was referencing. It is called a bouquet holder, as you saw on the title page, or a bouquet collar. It was 49 cents, as that red tag states, in the clearance bin, and $1.99 was the regular price, so it's not too expensive to begin with. It is something that you use to hold a bouquet. Like if you're walking down the aisle or something like that, you can stick the flowers in there. I honestly had never really seen one before, even though I've gotten married. But I thought it looked kind of cool, and I saw it had some hard plastic parts that might work for making prints as well. And then here's how I used the fabric part. I just mashed it into some wet paint on my plate, and you saw how that texture was able to transfer pretty seamlessly. I thought it came across really nicely, and they ended up looking something like flowers, sort of like big old sunflowers or something like that. So you can draw some details in there, make them look even more flowery if you were ever to get your hands on something like this. I mean, I got it at Hobby Lobby. I think any place with sort of a his and hers bridal section like that would probably carry something similar. If I can find one like it on Amazon, I will link it in the description below. I'll also link the other supplies I'm using here, including my Brayers, the kind of paint, etc. Those will be linked in the description. Now this is a similar one to the one I just did, but I just wanted to show you how I was able to switch up the look of it by just using a simple text stamp in the center. Now it looks a little more artsy and less like, a floral representation. I could really see this being used in sort of a journal, an art journal situation, where you can collage this into your art journal, or you can stamp it right into your art journal directly. So that was how I went directly from the bouquet holder to the plate using that sort of fabric section. Now I saw this hard piece wrapped around the collar part, right? And I saw it had a nice little pattern in it. So of course I got out my Play-Doh. It's the same Play-Doh I've been using for months. It's still good, still usable. And I just sort of pressed it in. I am getting part of the fabric and part of the hard plastic part in the Play-Doh impression, which ended up making a really cool sort of hybrid of the two. And I'm going in now with my Lucas Krill acrylic paint in 3 complementary colors and my big double-handed brayer. People are often interested in that brayer, and it is linked in the description. And then I'm just sort of going in with my Play-Doh and patting, as you know I like to do, and see how that pattern transferred. Now it's an interesting pattern. It's not like recognizable or anything, like you wouldn't look at that and know exactly what it's an impression of, but that's kind of the beauty of using the Play-Doh, because you can take something that looks one way, take an impression of it, and get a completely different looking print using the gel plate. Now I have let the 3 colors on the plate dry, and then I went over the top with my white, titanium white Lucas Krill paint, and I used that to pull the print, and there you have it. I think it's really interesting. I like it. I really like how that came out, and I like the diversity that one tool was able to give me between the first print and this print here. Now the final print I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to use my Play-Doh again, and in my head I think I was trying to make a circular shape here with the Play-Doh, so I was just kind of ripping it and reshaping it a bit. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, obviously. And so I'm taking this the part at the end caught my eye as well, and so I'm taking that part at the end and just smashing it into the Play-Doh, as I am prone to do, and then I am making sort of a double a double up on the pattern. And at that point, I'm like, oh, this kind of looks like flowers. So I went all the way with that. But then you'll notice once I take the print on the plate, in which I am doing over the top of another 3-colored sort of not an, I don't know if I would call this an ombre, but a 3-colored blend. When I take the print, you know, it could be flower, it could be floral, or it could be like fireworks. It could be several things. But what it is interesting, and I think that it is I was surprised by it, that I was able to get something that looked like this from that little tip of the bouquet holder, and I really liked it. I enjoyed it. And once again, it is completely different from the first two, so the diversity of prints that you're able to get just from one random piece of randomness random piece of randomness, that's what this is. If you have an eye towards using it on your gel plate, you can get something really beautiful and really unique. Okay, so here are the prints we were able to make. There's a couple extra ones in here, actually. And obviously, this isn't the whole universe of prints that you can make with this bouquet holder. But I was just trying to show you guys. In fact, I did a short where I showed you how to make this one, but I really wanted to give you guys just a small glimpse into how my mind kind of works, like how I can see something, and first I noticed the price, 49 cents. Obviously that's what makes me consider it, I'm going to be honest, but then I take a closer look at it and I see all the ways that it can be utilized to make some really gorgeous prints. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and leave a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I hope to see you guys next time, and in the meantime, keep creating and making. Bye bye.